Hello, welcome to Wednesday webinar. Today I'm coming to you from Karua River. Hopefully we might even get a sunset as we work through. It should only take 5 minutes, but you never know, we might get lucky. Today I want to talk about buying properties off the plan. These are normally units or townhouse blocks. Some of them can be units, blocks of 100 units in there, and they're the ones that really worry me. That's when you've got to think about supply and demand. As it takes the year or two for the property to be built, you'll find that some people in that 100 will not be able to complete their contract. They'll lose their job, things change, they die. You know, out of 100 people, all the things that could have happened over a 2-year period that could force them to sell gradually over that period all come to a head when the block is completed. So at the date you take ownership of the unit, there's a good chance it'll be at its lowest value because of the amount of people that are selling, and they're selling without the developer's hype that was there when you bought, without the rental guarantees and all the rest of the stuff that they use to entice you in. So that really bothers me with these units. I'd like to see you be the person that buys when everyone else is having to get out because things have gone wrong. It's also difficult to rent them in that time because 100 units come on the market for rent. There's an oversupply of rents. That's probably why they give a rental guarantee, but many think that that's inflated in the price anyway. So you've got to be very careful about the price you paid. That's where the smaller developments, the block of say 6 townhouses might be a better deal, because the builder there is possibly going to build and keep say 4 of them for himself or to sell himself. So one, you don't have to worry about the standard. You would think he would be interested in keeping that standard up, or she would be interested in keeping the standard up, and they are forced into a position by the banks usually that the banks want to see a couple of sales off the plan before they'll give them the finance. So you're in a position to possibly get a good deal. Now, the good thing about off the plan, there's not many of them, is that the 12 months of capital gains tax discount starts from the time you sign the contract and hand over the deposit. That means that you're making, hopefully, capital growth on at the cost of just having the deposit, not having the whole unit. The bad sides, I've got plenty of them on my list here, is uncertainty. You can't see the finished product. Take lots of photos so you can prove what you were promised. The developer could go broke. Check for a sunset clause so that they can't go on forever. And what about in the high rises? What are your views going to be like? Are you going to get enough sunlight? What happens if there's a unit block that goes up next door? What happens to your unit? Now, regarding your finance to buy your unit, the banks will not give you a pre-approval to last a year or two. They'll only give you 3 months. So you can't be certain at the end of when it comes to settlement that you will be able to settle. You may lose your deposit. So the secret is to keep that deposit as small as possible. That's your big risk factor. While I'm speaking of deposits, just remember you can't claim a deduction for deposit bonds, but you can claim a deduction for the interest on the deposit. Before you buy, make sure the unit has the development has the council approval. Too much uncertainty before that. And get advice from independent solicitors and an accountant, and a professional in stratas, such as Block Strata, Michael Tease's company. Thank you. Hopefully I will find another great location to speak to you next Wednesday.